motion to resume public section. Mr. Bailey and Mr. Long, all in favor? Unanimous? Okay. So, okay. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. GC Pride Award.
GC Pride Awards.
Who's up?
Good evening, Superintendent, Vice President Moscato, board members. Ms. Katai and I like to recognize 5 outstanding fifth grade. We have quite a few outstanding fifth graders, but we have 5 girls that have brainstormed an idea and came up with a phenomenal plan that just grew and grew. And I think you'll be very proud as you hear. First, I want to call them up. If I could have Nayeli Sotero, Alexa Rink, Ali Moscagnana, Kalia Bradshaw, and Raina Stojanov. They want to come up and join us. These 5 girls came to me with an idea, wanting to know if they could sell jewelry at school. So we talked through that, and they decided they wanted to make some jewelry themselves and sell it for a charity. So together we researched needs, and this was around the time of the hurricane in Florida, and we were looking at different needs for Hurricane Ian. They found that they all had an interest and love for animals, and they decided they wanted to do money towards animal needs related to the hurricane. So we've made some contact with Florida asking which area and which organization might need the most help, and we've recently been in contact with Paws Around Town, which is in Naples, Florida. These girls took their lunchtime, almost daily, and personal time to create bracelets. They brainstormed ways to advertise them. They created signs to be put out, professional-looking signs. And then they sold these bracelets for $1 each, with the goal of hoping to make $100. So far, these girls have raised $324. So it's over 300 bracelets they have made and sold. And some are even participating. One of the girls has a family friend who owns a coffee shop, so asked if she would come in for Small Business Saturday to continue selling with the bracelet. So we will add to that $324 after that. But this all started, these girls were the heart to the whole program. I just held onto the money for them and let them use my office for lunch. And they've inspired some of their classmates and other peers in other grades who now want to do similar but different projects for charity, and because of the inspiration from these girls. So we're very, very proud of them. And thank you for their families and some of their friends who also helped buy the materials for them to be able to make the bracelets as well.
Good.
So,
Thank you.
thanks.
Yep. Short and sweet. Okay. I'm gonna clear out nobody left. Definitely before holiday. Well, yeah, the parents will understand that. Okay. Any agenda changes? Personnel. Right. Board Vice President comments. When we began this year, I had the hope that we would start to see a return to if you want to call it normalcy, pre-pandemic, atmosphere and environment in school. We had a terrible 2.5 years, and this is the first year, I think, where we started out with a positive approach to everything. I had the opportunity to attend 2 events, which I think exemplified that return to normalcy. I was at the Susical Junior production by the middle school. I think the kids did a great job. Kudos to the staff and to the parents, who I'm sure had to do a lot of traveling back and forth for practice and things like that. And I also attended the National Honor Society induction, where we had 46 juniors and seniors inducted into the National Honor Society, which I think says a lot, for our kids and for the teachers themselves. So I think maybe we'll never get back to pre-pandemic normalcy, but I think we're well on our way to having a good year and kids feeling better about themselves. So that's good. Thank you. Any points of interest for anybody? Ms. Little.
Although most of Paul Road has exited for a moment, I was going to thank the school principal and everyone at Paul Road, oh, hi, Miss Doty, for the kickball tournament and the staff that supported that. It was an awesome event, and the weather could not have been better for everyone, and the kids clearly enjoyed being active and working with each other. And also the Fall Family Fun Fest, I was able to go there thinking we would stop in and leave, but my kids ended up staying till they shut down, so they had a lot of fun, and it was a great event for the community, so thank you.
Guys, you all set? Okay. Anybody else? Points of interest? I should add, I also attended the Family Fun Fest. And it really was amazing to see the number of community groups and things and agencies that came out. The field house was full, and I got a flu shot. And that was even a big bonus out of it. Okay. Report of meetings. Ms. Guys?
We had an information exchange meeting recently with a presentation from the Regional Equity Network. Should all be the slides and everything on the Monroe County School Board Association under board member login if anyone is interested. It's kind of nice, balances out and expands on the work we're doing here at Gates Child Life. It's a nice compliment to it.
Anybody else for the meeting? Okay. Do we have any visitor comments?
None, sir.
Okay, I guess we can skip that. Paul Rhodes, you're up.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to come and speak with all of you today. So this fall, Paul Road has focused on a couple of things. There we go. 2 of our biggest goals this year are really around family and student and community engagement. As we kind of get back into the swing of things post-COVID, and as we acknowledge the change in leadership in the building, we know that establishing really strong home-school relationships is vital to the success of the building. And so a lot of the work we've done this fall has been around that. We've been working to sort of reestablish Paul Road as a center, in the Tri-Light community, bringing families in, finding opportunities for outreach within the school, ways we can be more connected, and ways we can get students involved, because we know connection to the school really has an impact on student achievement and an overall sense of belonging for students. So today we put together sort of a photo story to share and highlight some of the things we've done this fall that we're the most excited about and the most proud of. One of the first big things we did this year was boost our family communication. We've done a couple things new this year. We have significantly increased our social media presence as a way to engage more families, and we've started a monthly family newsletter that's new to the building this year that we're very excited about. It's an opportunity and a way for families to get a glimpse of what we're up to, things coming up, invite them to events within the building, spotlight our staff, spotlight our students, and share all the great things that we're doing here at Gates Chi-Life. Some of the other things that we've done specifically this fall related to families is invite them in the building, which was really exciting because it's been a couple years since we've been able to do that as schools. One of the first things we did was a Splatters night. We invited a small business that's local in Spencerport, Splatters Studio, into the building, and we hosted an evening of painting for families. This was a really fun event. It was really well received, and we're definitely going to do it again. It was really fun to see all of the families and their students engaged in painting with one another. And I was really impressed at the talent we have in our building. So that was our first big kickoff this fall. Our Fall Family Night, which I think Miss Littlewood just mentioned, was another event that we hosted. This was supposed to be a low-key event, and it sort of grew and grew. But we had some really fun activities for students this evening. The evening started as an opportunity for fundraising. Focused on fun. We had our book fair open for families to shop. This was the first big event that the ladies that you just met had an opportunity to sell their bracelets at. And we also highlighted our service club students who did a fundraiser to help support some of the work that they did or will do throughout the year. So our service club students sold cider floats and pizzas. We sold bracelets. We did a pumpkin carving contest, a scavenger hunt. We had our therapy dogs in to visit. We invited the Chi Library in. They had free books for students, and they had opportunities for students to get library cards. So all in all, it was a really fun night for families, and it was nice to see people out and about. One of my highlights of the fall was our fall family fun, our elementary football night. That was really exciting for us because it was our first big opportunity this year to collaborate across the 4 elementary schools. We worked together with the other 4 buildings and Patrick to really build an opportunity for students to come and engage after school and to be part of sort of the athletics department. The kids, you would have thought you invited them to the Super Bowl. They got to go out on the field and do a tunnel for the players to come out. We invited our flag guardians from each of our schools to say the Pledge of Allegiance at the beginning of the game. It was really quite a fun event. And all 4 buildings' PTO organizations were there offering free snacks and activities for the kids. So that was really exciting and fun for us to do. So aside from opportunities to engage families, we've also been engaging community organizations. We have a long-standing tradition at Paul Road called the Pumpkin Run. We were excited to continue that this year. John Testa from Testa Farms donated enough pumpkins and apples for every single Paul Road student to receive one this year, which was really exciting for all of our kids. And that's paired with a PE activity where the kids run a loop within our nature center and outside. Earlier during executive sessions, you heard from a couple of our 4th and 5th graders. Those students primarily came from our student advisory club, as well as our Panther Pride Club. And one of the things they talk the most about, and the things that they enjoy the most about, are the opportunities to engage in school. And as I mentioned, we've been working really hard to expand that. And it sounds like they want us to expand it even more, which is exciting. So one of our brand new clubs that I'd like to highlight is Student Advisory Club. This is new to Paul Road this year. It was created as an opportunity for student voice. This is the platform we're giving 4th and 5th graders to be involved in the school, to share their ideas, to become leaders, to work and help with younger students, and to just be more visible and part of the daily goings-on. So for example, pictured here are our students at their very first meeting, brainstorming some of the things that they might do this year that they'd be interested in bringing to Paul Road. We have brought in our SRO for the district officer, Despard, to help them get going with a safety patrol, which we didn't have in our building previously. And we have some lovely 5th graders helping us out with our morning announcements now, which was all adult driven up until this past month. So that's been very exciting. And as mentioned earlier, we have some opportunities for students to work with some of our primary classrooms. So we're starting to see some pairings and some work student with other students between our intermediate classes and our primary classes, which is really exciting. Right now, they're brainstorming ideas for an alumni event. So I'm excited to see what they come up with next. Kickball Club, which I think you've heard all about, is one of our very exciting brand new clubs as well. This was brand new this year. One of our PE teachers, Lynn Schmidt, and our school counselor, Cameron Scharf, came together to make this happen, and they're really proud of it, and so am I. This was an opportunity to bring sort of an intramurals type of activity after school for students. and to do something that's collaborative and team-based. We had such a strong interest. We had quite a long wait list. We had tiers. It was a little rough getting it going, but we ended up taking over 50 students for this club, and the culminating event was a game under the lights at Spartan Stadiums, where 2 of our staff members called all the plays, and it was really fun. It was very exciting. The kids loved it, and we hope to grow that as we move forward into next year. So, Service Club is the other club that I really wanted to take time to highlight as we talk about community engagement and ways we give back as a school. Service Club has been at Paul Road for quite a long time. It's one of our clubs that has been going for a while. And some of the events they do are annual events. So Socktober, really, while it's a fun celebration, it's an exciting day, it's started because of donating socks. So Socktober is an opportunity to donate socks, and those socks are donated to those experiencing homelessness. We donated and collected about 1,017 pairs of socks this year, which we're really proud of and excited for. Aside from that, we're in the middle of our annual food drive right now. This was our best year yet. We actually had a family, a third grader's parent, bring the flyer to their work, and they brought actually 3 truckloads of food. So we've donated well over 4,000 items this year we collected. So that's enough to feed the Paul Road families that require help for both Thanksgiving and the winter holiday, as well as help support the Chi-Li Lions Club, as well as help kickstart the Gates Chi-Li Food Pantry that's starting up. So 2 truckloads were delivered right to Angelina Pound to help with that. And also some of that food was used for the high school food baskets that were put together. So we're really proud of that because it was something we were able to do in our community, but that reached beyond Paul Road and to the rest of the district. So the Service Club is up to great things, and we're very proud of them. We've also been doing a lot just to engage students within the school day. Academics are important. We're doing things to get kids excited about learning. One of my favorite pictures in here is our kindergartners eating the applesauce they made homemade last week, which was a lovely smell in our school. So there's some really exciting things going on every day at Paul Road, getting kids excited to be there and excited for learning. One of our big pushes around social emotional needs this year is to have community circles in all of our classrooms every single day. That's new this year. We're really proud of it, so that's growing. And then we've been doing a lot to expand the classroom. We're bringing kids outside and we're bringing people in. So pictured here, our 5th graders and some of our 2nd graders participated in International Dot Day earlier this year, which is sort of a call to action around making your mark. And they were able to participate in a webinar with the author of the book, Dot and Ish. We've sent kids out to climb rocks and do aerial arts and experience nice skate. So lots of opportunities to get kids excited about learning, connected to school, and just doing their best every day. And lastly, our therapy dogs are another longstanding tradition, which our students really love. Our students read to them when they come in, and it's something we really look forward to in our building. So another really wonderful partnership we have with another community organization.
We have one student that just doesn't, he can be very, very happy, but doesn't express it and facially. You don't see smile, and when the dogs come in, you see that smirk come through, to the point we took the picture and we were texting it to the parents just to show that it's a bright spot. Just let the kids have that connection. They're amazing.
It's huge. It really meets some of the diverse needs in our building. As a building that services all of our 12-1 programs, this is something we're very proud of because it meets a variety of needs for a lot of our students. So those dogs are very much a part of our school culture and part of the Panther team. And I think that, lastly, I did want to mention, because we're so proud of it, we also were able to honor Maureen Conley, one of our kindergarten teachers this year, who won the Golden Apple Award with News 8, and she was nominated by 6 different students, which was quite exciting. And this is her last year that she's with us as she's retiring, so we're sad about that, but I did want to leave it there.
And they weren't 6 families connected to each other that talked to each other. They were current students, past students. Some of them didn't know each other. It just was coincidental that 6 of them put in for Ms. Conley.
All 3 of the students who spoke earlier said that their favorite thing was the teachers, how kind the teachers are, the connections they feel with their teachers, and Ms. Conley is a really great example of that. We have excellent staff at Paul Road. So in a nutshell, those are some of the ways that we've been engaging students and families this fall. Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? Sir? No?
Great job.
Thank you,
Thank
very
you.
good.
Well done.
Good job, well done. Motion to approve the consent agenda. Dr. Richards? Ms. Coffey? Any discussions, issues? All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Motion to approve the consent agenda. Excuse me. From item C through, where are we at? H? Yes. Skies? Mr. Bailey? Any questions? Concerns? Nope. All in favor? Unanimous, thank you. Ms. Proud, retirements.
Good evening, Vice President Moscato, Superintendent Daly, and members of the Board of Education. We have 2 teacher retirements to acknowledge this evening. Both of these individuals will be retiring at the conclusion of this school year. First up, we have Mr. Jeffrey Curran, who has served as an elementary teacher at Florence Brasser Elementary for 20 years. We wish him well in his retirement. And next we have Eric Johnson, social studies teacher at the high school. He has served the district as a social studies teacher for 29 years. He also, until this past year, was the GCTA president, longstanding GCTA president. And we thank him for his partnership and his service to the district. Thank you.
Thank you. Superintendent comments?
Well, we want to congratulate our own Kira Pellegrino. Congratulations on finishing in the top 20 and medaling in the State Federation girls race in Poughkeepsie recently. She was 17th among 275 others. Her finishing time was 19 minutes, 23.5 seconds. Yes, that would beat Dr. Ball. Pellegrino's was the highest finish among 23 of the Rochester area's best high school boys and girls, up against public, private, and parochial schools athletes from around the state and New York City. She also placed in the top 35 all-time of Section 5 girls' place finishers at the meet, held for the last 52 years, except for 2018 when there was a snowstorm, and 2020 for COVID. So congratulations to Kira. I recently attended the Gates Chi-Li Chamber of Commerce sponsored State of the Towns, or I like to call it the battle between Chi-Li and Gates. Meeting last Tuesday. The town supervisors traditionally share about how each of their towns are better and more successful than the other. What it is it talks about the great success that our community is doing economically and physically around with the addition of new businesses, new buildings, etc. And what's nice is they both brag about being part of Gates Chi-Li. It's informative and humorous at the same time, and it's something that I look forward to each winter. Last week, Dr. Ball and our Director of Transportation, Mr. Hembold, and I shared our electric bus journey, or saga, thus far on, with the Monroe County School Boards Association. What was really neat is Mr. Hembold did bring one of our electric buses, so they got to go on it, ride it, see what it was like, take a look under the hood, etc. Dr. Ball and Mr. Hembold did a great job explaining from start to finish how we got here. And there were some really good questions from board members from across the county. Much like Mr. Moscato, I got to introduce the NHS induction last week, where we inducted 46 more students into our high school National Honor Society. And each time it's truly amazing to see all of these students commit to being outstanding leaders in our schools. It's just what you need towards the end of the week to have a real positive in our NHS induction. Last week at our middle school, we had a virtual author visit. So Kwame Alexander, the author, visited Friday at the middle school for all classes grades 6 through 8. Another truly powerful event, and it's another way of post-pandemic, something that changed with being able to, every kid in the school to be able to watch virtually with a world-renowned children's author that really makes a difference. So it was another great opportunity for our kids to learn from some of the best around. I know it's hard to believe, but winter athletics is up and running. I was asked the other night, why are all the cars over at the high school? Well, it's winter athletics now, and we have things going on in the PAC, and we have things going in the pool everywhere. So our buildings are used. And especially if you drove past the district last Friday and Saturday, you saw a lot of action down at the PAC as we hosted the Area All-State Musical Conference Friday and Saturday. I was able to welcome each of the different groups to 2 concerts that afternoon. First one being choir and the second one being band and orchestra. I can't thank our outstanding music faculty enough for organizing it and our custodial staff for setting up, tearing down, and cleaning up. The amount of people that came up and were impressed with the facilities we have and the opportunities for our students were numerous. And in fact, there were some people from my previous district, Batavia, that were there with their children who asked me to come back and build them one just like that. I refused, but it was very nice of them to ask. But again, congratulations to our GC students that participated. Alea Stewart, Elizabeth Runyon, and Savannah Henry were representing the district in the band and choir. And as was said earlier, our Fall Family Fest was outstanding. It continues to be a major point of pride in our efforts at community engagement. The number of community partners increased again, and attendance was outstanding. It's nice to hear when kids are refusing to leave because they're having fun, and it's nice to see all the tables engaged with parents and guardians and their children coming in to see better ways to get involved in our community and all the services that are there to help our families and our students, which is really impressive. And thank you to all the board members that did attend. This afternoon, I got from Dr. Irving an unbelievable list. And it was the awards for our fall season athletes and teams. It's going to blow you away when you hear these stats. So all our fall teams made Scholar Athlete. In cheerleading, the team made it with 4 individual awards for academic excellence. Boys cross country made it with 11 individual awards. The girls cross country team with 6 individual awards. Girls soccer had 15 individual awards for academic excellence. Boys soccer had 12 individual awards. And again, all these teams made the honor as well. Field hockey had 2 individual awards. Gymnastics, 2 individual awards. Football had 3. Girls swimming and diving had 9. Volleyball boys had 6, as well as volleyball girls having 10. Now, for all our fall teams in the fall, we had 11 kids earn first team honors in all county. We had 9 earn second team honors. And something I always took pride in as a coach is that you had a team that worked hard, and played fair. Both our boys and girls varsity soccer teams earned the Monroe County Sportsmanship Award. So that says a lot about the coaches and the kids putting sportsmanship first and working really hard. So we're real proud of that. And now, just in time for Black Friday, you can shop for your own exclusive elementary gear 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and in some years, 366. So just in time, we're proud to announce a new way for you to join and get your elementary spirit wear any time of day or night or whatever you want to call it. The district's launched official online stores for our Brasser Bears, Disney Dragons, Paul Road Panthers, and Armstrong Stars. Each of these stores features the elementary school's new logos, which were designed by Gates Charlie graduate Nick Capistano. I was close, Capistano. Stano. And you can find all this online on our website. You can get there very easily. Gears available in the stores includes t-shirt, hoodies, hats, and more. With all of these, you can order them all, whatever you need, but it's here in time for the holidays. It can also be personalized. So if you want to put Moscato all on your back of your shirt that you get, you can. So take the time to go and check it out. And if not, it's gatescharlie.org, shop FB. Neil Armstrong's is gatescharlie.org/shopNA, etc. for our elementary. And I know the kids are listening right now, and it's probably extensive online. We have no school tomorrow, or Thursday, or Friday. So you have Wednesday to Friday off this week. Come back on Monday the 28th as we have our Thanksgiving break. Last, I want to thank all our students, faculty, staff, administration, and our Board of Education for all that you've done to make the fall of 2022 a great start to our year. Thank you to each of our buildings, including transportation and facilities, in all our schools for providing meals to the many families in need of our community. We had an overflow of this year, including the administration building, of meals provided to our community and beyond. It's just amazing to see the generosity of our Spartans and them coming together to help those in need. I hope all of you get to enjoy time with friends and family and return ready to end the year with one more month together before we get into 2023. That is my report, sir.
Thank you. No need for executive. Right?
Nope.
All right, motion to adjourn. Mr. Wood, Mr. Long, all in favor? Unanimous. Thank you very much. Have a good holiday, everybody. Thank you.